You know what separates the people who make it from the people who don't? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not connections or perfect timing. It's the excuses they refuse to make. Every single day, you have a choice. You can find a reason why you can't, or you can find a way forward. And here's the brutal truth nobody wants to hear. Your excuses are comfortable lies you tell yourself to avoid the hard work of becoming who you're meant to be. I don't have time. Really? Or do you have time for social media, for Netflix, for complaining about how busy you are? I don't have the resources. But you have a phone. You have access to more information than any generation in human history. People have built empires from nothing. What's your real excuse? I'm not ready yet. Here's the secret. Nobody's ever ready. Success doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It rewards those who move forward anyway. The moment you take ownership of your life is the moment everything changes. Because when you stop making excuses, you start making progress. Let's talk about what excuses really are. They're protection mechanisms. They're shields we hide behind to avoid failure, to avoid judgment, to avoid discovering that maybe we're not as capable as we thought. But here's what excuses really cost you. They cost you your dreams. Every excuse is a small surrender. Every "I can't because" is another day stolen from your potential. And those days add up to months, to years, to a lifetime of wondering, what if? The people you admire, the ones who've achieved what you want, they had the same 24 hours. They faced obstacles. They dealt with doubt, fear, setbacks, and failure. The difference is they didn't let excuses become their identity. There's a moment in every successful person's journey where they draw a line in the sand, where they say, no more. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for permission. No more hiding behind reasons why it won't work. That moment is available to you right now. What if you took complete responsibility for your life? What if every obstacle became a puzzle to solve instead of a wall to stop you? What if you decided that your circumstances don't define you, your response to them does? Starting today, catch yourself. Every time an excuse rises up, recognize it for what it is. Fear dressed up as logic. Replace "I can't" because with "how can I?" Replace "it's too hard" with "what's the first small step?" Replace "I'll start when" with "I'll start now with what I have." Success isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in small, consistent actions taken by people who refuse to negotiate with their own excuses. It's the person who writes for 30 minutes before work, the entrepreneur who builds their business on lunch breaks, the student who studies while others scroll. Here's what happens when you eliminate excuses. You discover who you really are. You find reserves of strength you didn't know existed. You realize that limitations were often illusions and that you're capable of so much more than you believed. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. Will there be setbacks? Guaranteed. But the person who makes no excuses doesn't expect easy. They expect resistance, and they push through it anyway. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, operate with 0 excuses. When that voice in your head says, "I can't," immediately ask, "How can I?" When circumstances aren't perfect, move forward anyway. Watch what happens. Watch how your life begins to shift when you stop negotiating with your potential. Your dreams are on the other side of your excuses. The question is, are you ready to stop defending your limitations and start claiming your power? The world doesn't need another person with potential. It needs people who execute. People who do the work when nobody's watching. People who refuse to let excuses write their story. Be that person. Starting now, no excuses.